Greetings, this is Stephen McKenzie. Welcome to my YouTube channel. We're going to do a classical guitar lesson, continuing on the Sagreras method. If you want to learn more about me, go to the About page on the YouTube channel, and you can find links on the lower right-hand corner of the banner to my LinkedIn, blog, Facebook, and downloads to my benefit concert audios. We're on Leçon 55. This has a B flat. It's in D minor. And so it's an arpeggio study. We're going to practice planting on the way up and then sequentially on the way down. So what I mean by full plant is you put everything down, the P's down, the I, the M, the A, and then you just sequentially play. And then to come down, you're going to sequentially plant. So the next is, before you play, you're going to plant one at a time. Then the I, plant A, M, I, A, M, I. So let's play these arpeggios just right hand only. Leçon 55, plant, sequential M, sequential I, sequential A, sequential M, sequential I, sequential A, sequential M, sequential I. Okay? Second measure, full plant. Full plant. Full plant. Now you might want to practice playing the top string rest stroke as indicated. I play mostly all free stroke, but the way that Sagreras has you play a lot of rest strokes, it's a little bit old school, but make sure you can do it. Okay? And make sure you can do it without pulling your wrist across it. Just plant it like it's a free stroke, and then instead of following through up to your palm, follow through to the adjacent string. Okay? Okay, enough on that. Now the left hand. So let's block the chords first. So first it's the D minor, and you can put 2 down, then 3, then 1. So fully plant and play the chord. Now fully plant with the right hand. Put the 2 down on the C sharp. Fully plant. Add the 1 on the A and the 4 on the G, keeping the 2 in place, using it as a guide finger. And keeping the 2 down as well. Go ahead and plant with the right hand. Keeping the 2 down, using it as a guide finger, you're going to put the 3 down and the 1 down. You can play around with the order in which you want to do that. Now, if you're thinking of it like an arpeggio, you're going to put the 2 down first, then the 3, then the 1, because you are playing an arpeggio. So let's practice that again. From this shape, plant, put the 2 is already down, put the 3 down, and then the 1. Now we're keeping the 2 down again, using it as a guide finger all the way through this whole second line. And all you're going to do is move the 1 up to the C and the 3 to the F sharp. You're going to play this chord. Okay, now plant, and you're going to play a half bar. You're going to bar the top half strings. And the way you're going to do that is by just sliding up without making any sound. Stopping the top 3 strings with your 1. You're not going to squeeze too hard. You don't need that much pressure. Plant. Place the 2 on the F sharp. So that's a bit of a move you might want to practice. Just going from here. Going from here to there too. So get the 2 down, then the 3, then the 1. Oops. Okay, now the whole thing. So remember to plant with each chord change. That's at the beginning of each measure, you're going to do a full plant. And then for the descending part, you're going to do sequential plant. So they have you do the rest stroke to accent that top note. So you could just listen to the melody. So that should be the loudest part. The bass should be the second loudest part, although you don't want to get too pedantic, but you don't want the middle voices, you want to be less than the bass. So and so on. Okay, should we move on to Leçon 56? I can see right away that Leçon 56 has rests. And so, do you want to practice with those rests? I think so. So it goes like this. So when you play this E with the I, let's just practice, look at the first measure alone. M, I, P, I. And so when you play the I, you're putting the P back down on the C that you just played to stop it from ringing because there's a rest there. So this is a good practice for that. Just practice that. That's the same pattern for identify these patterns as you're playing it. Now we're going to move to this chord. Same thing. When you play the F with your I, stop the B at the same time. See that? Practice. Now, you're going to do a little bit of an alignment shift. You're going to move everything up. So keep the 3 down as a guide finger. It's the only it's the only finger that's going to be down. And then you're going to realign your right hand. Everything goes up 1. See how that works? By the way, you're sequentially planting on the way down. So you're playing M, then I, then P, then I. You play I and stop P at the same time. And this one, there's no rest in the next measure. So you just play. then it repeats. Now notice when you're going, so you're going to keep the 2 down and just put the 3 down. And here's that alignment again. Everything's open. Just move the right hand up, everything up 1, getting ready to sequentially plant this descending arpeggio. You see how I'm stopping the D though, just to respect the rest. And we're still aligned the same way, so we put down the 1 and the 2, but we still rest. And then the next chord is just let it ring all the way to the rest of the measure. And that's it for that rest, for the rest drills, except you do want to respect the rest at the very last measure. So then it goes. That's a good one. Here, I'll play all the way, see if I can play all the way through it. Oops. Okay, 57 is similar. I'm just going to go through it. I might goof it up, but it's all right. So there's rests again here. So it goes. So you see how that works? You're going to go rest as you're playing. So it's I, P, I, and then you're stopping the P again before you play the rest of it. So it's. So practice that, just putting the P down with the I at the same time. I gotta leave that. So we've got it. So it's dot 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 dot. And see how I stopped the. You have to stop this note this time. So this time you have to stop. You're going to play this with I. You can stop it with P, I guess. Wow. Okay, so going back to measure 1, you're going to play I, P, I and P at the same time. Then C. And then the C is going to stop ringing because you're going to lift it up. Then it's. Oops. I'm stopping that G2 sound, so it's. You know, Sagreras probably wouldn't have you do these stops, but it's a good exercise. So the second measure is tough. So you're going to play A, play the G with I, let it ring, then put the P down and play the D with the M at the same time. Okay, then the third measure. Okay, that's the hard part. Now, here's the fun part. So we're going to play. Then back to this. Yeah. Look, you can skip the rest on both of these if it's driving you nuts and you just want to play. But you start learning how to respect the rests early in your playing. And like I said, if it discourages you, but if you play nice and slow and learn how to respect those rests, it'll really push you ahead. And so what I would say is maybe practice the rests at least a couple times, but then do it without it. So just use it as a calisthenic maybe to start getting used to respecting rests very pedantically. Okay, that's quite a bit. It's quite a bit, so I think I'll end the video right there. If you find this edifying, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. And by the way, there's a book called Sight Reading for Classical Guitar by, I think Peterson is the name. That's very good if you want to get good at reading and rhythms and things like that. And also if you want to get familiar with more Western European type music, well, this, you're starting to get into it. But the Sagreras method is going to take you down sort of a South American track, which I think you should continue on. Go ahead and continue these books, but you might get a method like the Carcassi method too, and we might do some Carcassi lessons moving forward. So that's it. Thanks for your attention. I'm going to end the